What's up YouTube? Una here to bring you another video, and today we have a special treat. We are going into territory battles. It's just what I've been focusing on, and I kind of want to share this team with you that I feel like I'm going to be using through all of the phases. Let's just go through this real quick. So my Jin is not Zeta, right? So she gets a 30, us plus rebels get plus 35% potency and a 50% chance to land an expose whenever a rebel lands a debuff, right? So let's look at her mods real quick. She's got plus 90 speed. Okay, so these are my best B string mods. These are my best mods for territory battles. And then let's look at Cassian. I got him at 85 and Obi Wan at I don't think he's very high. He's only 52. So these three together are heavy debuff landing rebels, right? Because they just added the rebel tag to Obi Wan. He lands 2 debuffs for his mind tricks, and Cassian lays tons for his bomb, and then he'll stack a whole bunch. If you've got a whole bunch of exposes out on the field, people would think that it would land they'd take all those exposes and do that, but it's not just that. It's just for each one unique. It'll move that. But then for all the other debuffs that Cassian puts out there, right? Because he lands healing buff immunity, he puts ability block. Each one of those will also have a 50% chance to land a debuff. So you just got debuffs all over the place. And we're just going to zip through these first through waves because they're not very difficult. But the idea here is that you're going to blanket the field with debuffs, and then you're going to use Cassian to stack them on one person. You could, of course, use Chirrut and Baze. I use R2 because he does have the added benefit of allowing you to go stealth when you do have elite snowtroopers. I've run into 2 or 3 elite snowtroopers, and if they get going with their chain gangbang, nuclear, invisible nukes that they drop and stuff, you can lose characters very fast. So I'm not saying that this is better. I'm just saying, since my Chirrut and my Baze aren't super duper, I just find better success with R2 in place, and I'm forced to use the Hoth brother here. But in other missions, I have used a different character. You could use OG Han, and OG Han is just amazing at helping to delay a unit. But what you're going to see this team kind of do is play off of turn meter and debuffs, right? So what Jin's going to do is she's going to, one, if she's got advantage, I almost always stun like a dangerous enemy, but she can do her AoE, which not only revives, because these are all rebels, right, but also can give 100% turn meter to someone. So what you'll see me do here, once I start getting to phase 4, 5, and then 6 is when I really unleash it, is you'll see me do basically an AoE debuff from R2, which lays down debuffs and potentially expose. You'll see Obi Wan do his mind wipe, which gives 2 chances at landing another expose, up to 3 exposes on a dude. You'll see Cassian go, who definitely lands an expose on his targeted enemy, and then another one for each debuff. So if he lands, 3 debuffs on one guy, there could be another 4 debuffs, right? Another 4 exposes right there. He'll get like tons of turn meter, in which case he's going to go again where he's going to pop, all the exposes on the dangerous guy, and then potentially bring more debuffs to that unit. It's crazy. You're going to see the field just blanketed with debuffs. And what made me go for this team is I was struggling, honestly, with phase 6. Like, I just can't get Wedge and Biggs to work, and I'd recommend you guys move away from Wedge and Biggs. I just don't think they're going to work even at gear 12. You will sometimes get I've done it. I've gotten 6 out of 6 with Wedge and Biggs, but I don't think they're the best. And I think you guys got to look at teams like this with like Jin and stuff like that to help out. Obviously, Jin's forced to do the Rogue One mission basically, but if you're one of those guilds that's doing the 3-1-3 strategy where you don't even do the Rogue One mission, you could use this team on the phase 6, like when you're at 41 stars. It's not a bad idea to do that. But you get all these debuffs going, right? The Mind Tricks wipes turn meter, which allows Jin to go twice, either through stealing turn meter or through her own AoE to call someone. And then Cassian's going to go multiple times. That basically what it allows you to do is the way you survive phase 6 is kind of like this. It's a balance. It's an RNG game too. Don't get me wrong. There's times that this is not going to go your way. But the more you can either control the enemy or you can take some out, the less complications you're going to have in that battle. Okay. So first of all, let's pause real quick as we go through phase 4 here. You'll see I did R2. I lay these debuffs, and then boom, this guy's loaded up. I'm going to steal his turn meter. I'm going to mind wipe, and then look at all of these debuffs that we have out here. We've got 2 enemies locked down, right? I get to give turn meter to someone. Where We're going to pop that down. Cassian's going to go again. Cassian's going to go again. So look how many times I went. I've got one guy dead. I got enough guys stunned, ability blocked, or under some type of control that it really takes away a lot of the risk with especially these later phases when you get to 6 and they're like blanketed with elites. Oh, it's horrible. But what this team does is it puts ability blocks down, it puts the exposes up so that you can usually take out at least 1, sometimes 2 targets, and then shut down multiple ones. And I've found it to be very successful so far. I'm not saying this is the best team. I just wanted to share kind of something that's working with me. And if you guys are still rocking the wigs, try moving away from them. You might find you're going to have better control with this team, and their DPS is sick when you lay down tons of debuffs. And again, you could totally use Turret and Bays, and like I said, if you're one of those groups that's going to skip the Rogue One for the 3-1-3 strategy, this is definitely a team that you should look at because it's been very, very, very successful for me so far. I've only had 2 TBs with it, but I've been playing with it in Galactic War. I've been playing with it in both of the TBs that I've kind of been thinking about it. So I'm going to officially say check out this team, right? I do have lots of speed on them. I have 80 or 90 on Cassian and Jin. I don't think you need that much. You can get away with a lot less, obviously, but the faster you are, the better. Because what you want to do is have just like here on stage 5, kind of watch your cooldowns so that they're ready. So that as soon as you enter phase 6, you do back-to-back moves basically with Jin, Cassian, R2, and Obi Wan, and you're going to lay down so many debuffs that you're going to be able to take out at least 1, possibly 2 people, have a couple people ability blocked, and have maybe 1 or 2 people stunned too, that it takes away so much of that risk of those invisible nukes and chain gangbangs that these guys do that kind of make it a little unfun. I'm not going to lie. I like this game mode a lot, but there's a lot that I feel they should change in terms of the randomness. And also just endless waves of these guys. I'm not really a big fan. So the more you can take away some of those risks, the better chance you have of succeeding. So here we go. Let's go into phase 6. Let me show you this in all of its glory. So I saved up all of the things. I've got an elite snowtrooper, which are obviously very bad, especially if you're using turret. They'll return fire. I have had them wipe out bays, and it's horrible. So here, let me show you what this looks like. So we are going to lay down the debuffs, where he lays out the 4 or 5 debuffs or whatever. And we're going to put down Obi Wan to lay out a whole bunch. We're going to stack them with Cassian. Let's go ahead and stun. Now let's go ahead and give Cassian turn meter again so he can lay down some more debuffs. And look at this. We got 3 of them ability blocked, 1 stunned. Right? He's going to go again. Okay. And now we're going to lay down the AoE thing. And look at that. Before they even went, I have 2 of them dead, all of them ability blocked, and down in the yellow. So to me, this is definitely a team that I recommend. I have found better success with them than Wigs. If you're running Wigs and you're finding great success, great. But if you want that consistent 6 out of 6, look at other teams. I don't know. I have found this team to be very fun. So, share with me, guys, what is working for you guys, because I would love to try different things, because, fading the same guys over and over again in the same way gets boring. So having something different, I like it. So, all right, guys, good luck with your territory battles. I've found this team to be very good, and I hope it does you proud. I really, really do like it, and I think you will too. So, Una, out.